Today I am taking you on a walk around what is Toronto's most anticipated new retail destination called The Well. It's going to be more than just retail. Right there you have the new office tower that is going up. It's going to house mostly tech companies. And right through the center of that is going to be a new shopping destination with a food market on the ground floor. I think in all there's 3 levels of retail. I have no idea what stores are going to go here, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was high end because the area does have very high condo prices. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a major shopping destination for downtown Toronto. It's right between King West and also City Place. So it's got a large population of condo dwellers close by. Right there is the front entrance. Now it's going to have more than just an office tower. Actually going to have a bunch of condos. So it's going to have over 1 million feet of office space. The office building is going to be the tallest building of the cluster. And then the rest are going to be condo towers and rental towers. We're on Spadina Avenue here at Front Street, walking towards the main entrance of the shopping center and of the, I imagine, the office tower too. It's about, I think the office tower is about halfway done now. There's going to be, I think, 46 floors. The Well, that's what it's called. So here's where you would enter into the main shopping area. Now there's going to be, it's not just going to be one shopping corridor. There's going to be a number of side streets that are going to be lined with restaurants and stores. But this here is the main entrance. Nice high ceilings. This has been under construction for a couple of years, and the hole that they dug to build this was huge. I have a previous video that I made just basically showing the construction in the hole and how massive it was for this site. This was filmed fairly recently. And I'm sure when they were building this, COVID-19 was not an issue. So let's hope they can find retailers to fill this place. Here is the main strip. So when you enter through the front, this is the main shopping, that's the main shopping hub. Now here is a factory warehouse building. The last thing they had in there, I think, was a sock factory. And that's going to be retained as part of the complex. It's a historic industrial building, so they keep it. And I like it. I like those historic red buildings, red brick buildings. We're turning here on Wellington Street. And that'll be the, I guess, the less dense side. The buildings, the condos on this side of the street are going to be much shorter than on the other side. They're going to be close to like mid-rises, I believe. And they are going to redo this whole street. It's going to have a new park-like setting. The theme is going to be cats. Claude Cormier, I think, is designing it. He's the one who designed the dog fountain in St. Lawrence. So now he's giving a park for cats. going to be sculptures of cats along this street here. And these are the low-rise, or sorry, the mid-rise condo towers. And on the bottom floor, they're going to be lined with stores and restaurants. So all these little corridors you see in here are going to be lined with interesting little places to walk, pedestrian places mostly. I think there's going to be one street that has access for cars, and it's probably because of parking. As you can see here, there's the photo of the entranceways to the pedestrian laneways. So it's going to be very porous. There's going to be a lot of areas that you can enter the complex to get to the main shopping area, which will be covered. As you saw in the picture, the main shopping area has a glass canopy covering it. So here are the condos with retail at the bottom. I believe that all these mid-rise buildings are all condos along Wellington Street. This is a nice quiet street, although it's mostly all redevelopment. It's mainly mid-rise condo buildings. And right across the street from here is another cool building that's going to be going up. It's called King Toronto, and it's going to be shaped like 3 or 4 mountaintops with stores and restaurants lining the street. So that should be interesting. So I'm sure it's going to be a major architectural destination. So here's one of the more intimate laneways here, pedestrian ways. So there's going to be all restaurants lining this street here. So it's going to be a very cool restaurant bar area, nightlife. I'm sure it's going to be quite noisy for the people who live in the condos. And the next laneway up is the wider one. That's the one that's going to have a car access from Front Street. But I think the side on Wellington Street is going to be just a pedestrian area, like a park setting. But it's still going to be lined with stores. It looks like a really nice gathering space in the renderings. It's going to be a wider, more open space. You'll see on the other side where the other condo has been started. So you can actually see that it's probably double the size of the other narrow laneway. It looks pretty nice in this rendering here. So you can see you got retail on both sides and sort of like a park in the middle. More open. It's going to be a very public gathering space. And that area has a lot of people between the ages of 20 and maybe 35. So when you get groups of younger people that love to hang out, so I'm sure it's going to be very popular in the summertime, especially with all the bars and restaurants there. It might even be competition for the Eaton Center, keep them on their toes, get them to start doing some new things. This rendering shows you the 3 pedestrian walkways that will be lined with retail, that hopefully will make this area really fun and animated. It's quite a big endeavor for one company to develop. That's a lot of land, and it's also very expensive land too. There's a lot of new developments going up there. Right in the downtown hub, right in the core, so it's close to everything. And now we are heading down, I believe it's Draper Street. It's Beautiful historic buildings here. So this is not part of the development, but I'm just sort of showing you what's around that area basically. And there's probably going to be an entrance here because there is an empty place here. So this is probably going to be another entrance to the complex, I would imagine. This tells you what's going on. City of Toronto's development notices. Like I said, it's not going to all be condos, it's also going to be rentals. I think one of the larger towers, one of the skyscrapers, ones on Front Street, is going to be a rental building. Aren't these nice? I like these townhomes. Straight ahead you see City Place, which has basically finished its development. A lot of people living there. So now we are on the Front Street portion of this development, and these are the larger towers. So you'll be able to enter the retail portion and the restaurant portions from Front Street or from Wellington. You have two options, or from the main entrance. So you got a lot of options here. We're just starting on these ones here. It's going to go right up to the back of the homes on Draper Street. So there's three large condos going on this side of the street, on Front Street. This is the wider area where they're going to have the park-like setting, and I believe you can enter the underground parking on this side of the street, on the Front Street entrance. But it's going to be lined with restaurants on both sides and stores. So it's going to be a really big complex. Just by the heights of the ceilings, it looks like it's going to be at least 2 levels of retail on the facing Front Street there. But in the main shopping portion, it's 3 levels, with the bottom being mainly food options, a food market, restaurants. I would imagine a lot of this complex is going to be restaurants, and also services that cater to local residents, so things like a Shoppers Drug Mart, maybe a grocery store. Oh, I also heard there might be a movie theater in here. Now that could have been cancelled because of COVID-19, but they were originally talking about putting a cinema inside here and making it more of like a destination for entertainment and not just shopping and restaurants. So here's the nice little narrow pedestrian way. I love these little intimate spaces. Reminds me of Europe, which I love. It'll be a cool area to walk around. This is the main, right down the center, the main shopping strip with the canopy. This is all going to be mainly an outdoor pedestrian zone, which is good because Toronto doesn't have many. We have one near the distillery, in the distillery rather, and we have one where Honest Ed's used to be. They're also developing another major shopping area there with I think a farmer's market And through the middle of that's going to have a pedestrian area, shopping and restaurants. So this here, I think we're at the office tower now, the 46-story office tower, which is going to be fairly tall once you see it on the skyline. As you can see, it's close to the CN Tower and the Sky Dome, so tourists, I'm sure, will be checking this place out too. We are getting near the end here of the tour. Our walk around of the well. That's a lot of retail space to fill. See, here's the bottom floor, the food market. Looks nice. There's another food market that's going to be close to this area too. There's another one just up the street where they're building a nice like food restaurant market area. So this area is going to be hopping after we can get rid of COVID-19. Here's the office tower, mostly glass. Like all new office towers in Toronto, it's all glass. Here we go. That's the front of Front Street to show you the skyscraper condos and rental building. And now we're back to the main entrance on the corner of Front and Spadina. You got the Spadina streetcar that takes you directly here from Spadina subway station on Bloor Street. And across the street there's going to be another condo going up with retail at the base too. So a lot of condos going up, but at least they're going to be animated because they're going to have restaurants and retail. So it's going to make the area a lot more lively. So here we are at the front entrance where the escalators are going to be. I think one of the tenants of this building is going to be Shopify. I've been reading that it's mostly going to be tech companies coming in here, taking the office space. That's the office tower right there. Not a bad looking building. There, as you see, the main entrance. Over 1 million feet of office space. And right beside there you have the entertainment district, which is almost full of towers. So that shows you the whole complex and different ways to get inside the main shopping area. So that's basically it. That's the end of the tour of the Well, Toronto's newest shopping destination. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.